I stand with Ukraine. After struggling to score in his first 30 games this season under former coach Dom Ducharme, Cole Caufield is on a tear with 6 goals and 10 points in his first 7 games under new coach Marty St. Louis. Did Coach Dom cost Cole the Calder trophy? Can he get back into the race for the Rookie of the Year with 30 games to go? The answers are inside this video. Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. All right, let's get right into it. With the change in Habs winger Cole Caufield's production under new head coach Marty St. Louis, and the first line in general, and the fact that under coach Dom Ducharme, Caufield's hope of a Calder Trophy win just turned to dust. It begs the question, did Dom Ducharme cost Cole Caufield the Calder Trophy as the NHL's top rookie? Remember, going into this season, Caufield was the favorite to win the Calder Trophy. Once the season started, that hope quickly vanished. Or has it? After 45 games this season, Habs management had finally seen enough and made the move everybody was hoping for. They fired Coach Dom and brought in an unexperienced interim head coach in Marty St. Louis. That's not exactly what everyone was hoping for. The firing of Coach Dom was. A guy seemingly, and that's Marty St. Louis, is a guy seemingly made to coach a player like Cole. St. Louis, an undersized Hall of Fame veteran of over 1,100 games played and 1,000 NHL points, the perfect role model for Cole, and a player Cole idolized growing up. He even wore number 26 to honor St. Louis. The results have been an immediate turnaround in Caufield's play and production. Under Coach Marty, at the pace he's scoring, which is 10 points in his first 7 games with him, Cole would have 115 points in 82 games. He would have been a lock for the Calder for sure, I think anyway. Let's go over the math and I'll show you how I got to this conclusion. All right. Let me see where I'm at next. Here. Under Coach Dom in 82 games, so Caufield had a goal and 7 assists for 8 points in 30 games under Coach Dom. 82 divided by 30 equals 2.6. 2.6 times the 8 points equals 21 points, and that's what the pace was for Caufield under Dominic Ducharme. Under Coach Marty, in 82 games, this is how it goes. 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points in the first 7 games. 82 divided by 7 equals 11.5. 11.5 times 10 equals 115 points. Did Dom cost Cole the Calder? Now, the thing is, that's at a perfect, he'd have to keep that up and sustain that all year, that pace, and he probably wouldn't have done that. But it's fair to say that under Coach Marty St. Louis, Cole Caufield could have been in the 70 to 80 point range, and you'll see that probably would have, this year, 70 points should win the Calder. So I would think that, he cost him that. I'll give you my full opinion once we're done this video, though. All right, so the next question I ask is it sustainable, the pace that he's on? Is it sustainable for the next 30 games or for an 82-game season? So I answer it in this way. First line of Nick Suzuki, Cole Caufield, and Andy, that's Josh Anderson, needs to stay together as a unit. Coach Marty has said now that he can see them playing together for a long time. That's obviously imperative. You can see the chemistry there. They have to stay healthy and motivated. That's the coach's job for the motivation. And you got to, fingers crossed, they stay healthy. As long as he gets the line mates, the minutes, then he'll get the opportunities and the points will come. With Andy's size, his physical game, he'll drop the gloves and he'll jump in to protect both Cole and Nick when necessary. And it's clear that there's chemistry between these three guys on the ice. That's clear so far. This line could become a true number one line, producing points like a number one line does on a consistent basis. And this is how I see the points being broken down by line, right? I think first line should be getting about 40% of the production, sometimes more, sometimes a little less, but overall, line 2, 30%, line 3, 20%, and line 4, 10%. And that's of the forward offensive production. I'm not talking about defensemen. They do have some input. I'm just talking about the breakdown between the forward lines. All right, next up. Could Cole still finish in the top 10 for the Calder Trophy? And you could even say, does he still have a chance at the top spot? And I'll try to break that down for you. If he keeps on this torrid pace that he's on right now for the last 30 games, he'll not only get in the top 10, but will actually challenge for the top spot. And I'll show you what I mean. And I have a few things to show. First of all, this is actually, I should be showing this one first. So you can see that's the breakdown of the top 17. I've got the top 17 in the race for the Calder. These are the leaders, the top 5 in the points and in the goals. We'll start with goals. Michael Bunting with 17. He's played 50 games, I believe. So I think Caufield in 30 games, can he catch up to what Bunting should have? You can figure Bunting's going to add another 10, maybe a little bit more. I don't know that Caufield can get close to 30 in goals, so I don't think he can catch him in goals. Where I think he can catch is the points. Lucas Raymond right now and Trevor Zegras, 39 points. You got to figure these guys are going to get about another 20 because they're both up around the 50 game mark as well. So you're looking at about 59, 58, 60 in points, right? Now, you can see here, Cole Caufield, 16th in the race right now. He has, he now has 6 goals, and I believe it's actually, he's got 18 points. So I'm not sure how, he's got 18 points going in, I think. And I'm not sure where I took this from. So I might be talking out of my ass here. He's got 16 or 18 points right now, but he's only played 36 games. By the way, isn't it great when I do things live? You got to figure if he had about 50 games played, right? So take the 16 points. You got to add probably in another 14 games. He'd probably, depending on the coach and when he gets these points, but it was probably under Dom. So say he gets another 4 or 5 points, he'd be up around 20, which would put him up in the top 10, right? He'd be tied with at 20. So he'd be in the top 10 already. It's not a stretch to say that he could finish in the top 10 with finishing the season under Coach Marty. I'm going to show you what the rest of the season would look like. By the way, I showed you the games played. So you see all the guys at the top, they're all up in the 50 games played area, right? So they're leading with that. So if Cole would have played 50 games, he would have been closer to that, right? And then you take his torrid pace that he's on now. So the rest of the season for Cole Caufield, in my opinion, he's at the 10 points in 7 games under Marty. 30 games remaining, 30 divided by 7 leaves 4.3. 4.3 times 10 is 43. On pace for 43 more points. I've got there that 18 points because I think I confused myself, but hey, you guys can figure it out. So he's either going to have, he's got 18 points or 16, add the 43, and it'll either be 61 or 59 points that he's on pace for. And as I showed you up there in right here, you can see Raymond and Zegras are at 39 points. If they get 20 more for the rest of the season, that's about the pace that they're on. That's 59 points. And he could get himself up there. Now, I asked before, is it sustainable? That's the question. Is it sustainable? Honestly, as much as I'd like to say yes, I don't know that it's sustainable at that pace. What I figure, Caufield can, you can figure at that he can get for the rest of the season, that he stays healthy and he's motivated like he is right now. 25 more points. To go with the 16, he's looking at 40 odd points to finish. Does that get him in the top 10? I believe it will. If you look at the guys that by 10 here, so you got Carrier. Is he going to get in the 40 points? Is Jonathan Dahlin? I don't know, but I think Caufield will be right there with him. And to me, that's close enough. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section, because I think Caufield, as long as he can stay hot like this, I mean, his season's not over yet. And I said in another video that I think he's arrived, and we'll find out in the next 30 games. If he can keep anything close to this pace in the next 30 games, Cole Caufield has arrived in the NHL, and we've got ourselves the player that we thought. Last question I'm going to ask here is Cole developing swagger? You heard Marty St. Louis talk about that if you watched his press conference. So is he developing any swagger in this new pace that he's kind of on? So if you're not sure what swagger is, I can tell you that it is not cockiness, which is what I think a lot of people think it is. It's confidence. Confidence in your abilities, knowing you can go out there and be your best, give your best every night. So yes, Cole is starting to develop some swagger, as is the whole team under new head coach Marty St. Louis. So the last question for me of the day is the question that I put in the title. Did Coach Dom cost Cole Caufield the Calder Trophy? So for me, the obvious answer is yes. I didn't really have to look down to see that I saying yes. He definitely did. I think he definitely did. But Cole just might have something to say about it. If he really wants to get that Calder Trophy, it's still there in his grasp, sort of, and it all depends on him. Yeah, he still has to worry about the other guys up there, and Trevor Zegras, a former teammate, how their production is. But I think he can take that. He can just grab it and make it his and sustain the pace that he's on. If he can do that, I think he's right up there in the race. And you never know, Cole Caufield, as I predicted a couple seasons ago, may actually win the Calder Trophy. All right. Time to get to the outro. I got to get my paperwork in order and my stuff in order. Let's get to the outro. So I hope you like this video. Please leave a comment in the comment section. I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Peace out. And hey, check out that video up there in the corner. I got that in time. Yay. Thanks, everybody.